After your graduation, you would be doing the job search, okay? And for that, you would be looking for different jobs, and you will also be looking for how to develop a CV. Okay, so this is very important to develop a very attractive CV to get selected, or not to get selected as such, but to get to the interview table. Okay, so once you are on the interview table, then definitely you have better chances to get selected. So this is the job search cycle. First of all, you have job search engines, right? There's a lot of Rosie.pk and then Mustaqbil and like a lot of different websites that are available. Moreover, you have different organizations' website that they post jobs on their own websites, right? So these are all resources from where you can get data on different jobs that are open for the candidates, right? After that, it's personal networking, definitely. Why हम बच्चों को क्यों कहते हैं कि during your BBA या during your CS develop contacts, do internships, लोगों से मिले, लोगों से बात करें, develop your contacts. So when you do that, okay, so you have personal networking as well as professional networking, right? Why? Because you have personal contacts that are developed when you talk to people, when you attend different gatherings, etc., and also professional networks, right? So those people who have such sort of networking, they are more successful as compared to others. क्योंकि जब आपका job में आप enter होते हैं and आपको already लोग जानते होते हैं, तो they prefer you. Moreover, for example, आपने कहीं पे internship की है और आपकी performance was excellent there. So definitely after 4 years or after 3 years, 2 years, when you are done with your CS program, so they would be hiring you. और अक्सर ऐसे होता है कहीं बच्चे वो पहले ही हायर हो चुके होते हैं, उनको पता होता है कि आफ्टर 1 year जो है उनको जॉब यहाँ पे उनकी हो जाती है. वाई? बिकॉज ऑफ दिस इंटर्नशिप थिंग्स, तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होती हैं. Then college placement. The fourth thing is that your university or your college, they have placement department and they share with you details of different jobs that are there. Then targeting, you do the targeting. Targeting होता है कि आपको exact आपको पता होता है कि ये organization है, यहीं पे मैंने जॉब करनी है, फिर आप उन्हीं की वेबसाइट पर सर्च करते हो और जैसे ही उनकी जॉब्स ओपन होती हैं आप वहां पे अप्लाई कर देते हो. So that is the targeting strategy that you opt for. And last one is the classified ads. Ads that you see on newspaper, on different websites, and that we call the classified ads. And उससे क्या होता है कि आपको पता चलता है कि यहाँ पे जॉब अवेलेबल है और यहाँ पे that matches also with your capabilities, your job description and specification, और आप फिर उसमें अप्लाई कर देते हैं. तो ये 4 5 how many 6, yes, so there's 6 ways है जिसकी वजह से जिसपे आप job search कर सकते हैं. And then if you are selected for an interview, then you go for an interview and then you have a new job, right? So this is the process that one's follow. So always when there is a career fair in your university, it is very important that you attend that. और कुछ नहीं तो आपका कॉन्फिडेंस डेवलप हो जाएगा, इंटरव्यू देने का कॉन्फिडेंस, उनसे बात करने का कॉन्फिडेंस, टू डिलीवर, एंड यू वुड ऑल्सो बी रियलाइजिंग योर वीकनेस कि आपके अंदर क्या कमी रह गई थी, ठीक है, सो दैट यू कैन इम्प्रूव. ठीक है, वहां तक जहां तक आपको एक्चुअल में जॉब देने की, जब जॉब करने की आपको जरूरत होगी. So what are the responsibilities of a job applicant? So first of all, the first responsibility is definitely to prepare for the interview, right? So how the other person, the interviewee or the supervisor, manager are going to select you by looking at your cover letter and resume. जब आप job search कर लेते हैं और आप उसको देख लेते हैं कि यहाँ पे मैंने अप्लाई करना है, फिर क्या होता है, फिर आप कवर लेटर बनाते हैं. और हमेशा याद रखें, ऐसे नहीं होता कि आप एक ही कवर लेटर बनाएं और वो हर जॉब पे भेजते जाएं. नो, आपने अपने कवर लेटर को चेंज करना होता है एज पर द जॉब इज कंसर्न. क्योंकि आप एक कवर लेटर के अंदर आप बताते हैं, आपने आई थिंक आपको चैप्टर आपने पढ़ा होगा ऑलरेडी कि आप कवर लेटर के अंदर बताते हैं कि आपने क्या क्या चीजें लिखनी है, आप ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के बारे में आप बताते हैं, फिर किस तरह से यू आर अ बेटर फिट फॉर द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, दैट यू राइट इन द कवर लेटर, right? So cover letter is extremely important and you change it as per different organizations are concerned. क्योंकि आपने organization को customization के through target करना होता है. Customization होती है कि आपने उसको उसकी जो description है जो आप cover letter में mention कर रहे हैं वो organization के हिसाब से है, ठीक है? And then you have to include a resume. Resume होता है 1 page और CV होता है that is more than 1 page. ठीक है, ये difference है. Otherwise दोनों both are same. Then there is an interview. अगर आप सिलेक्ट हो जाते हैं, आपकी सीवी उनको लगता है कि दिस कैंडिडेट इज अप्रोप्रिएट, So then they are calling you for an interview. Then it's the job correspondence in which you have the resumes and your job application. So now I'm going to share some examples with you. This example of how to develop a very effective or very attractive resume for interview. So if you would look at that, so first of all, it's the name and email ID. After that, it's your address. ठीक है वहां पे because it has been taken up from metropolitan city. So उनका permanent and temporary addresses are different. So दोनों आपने mention किया. Then your objective. ठीक है ऑब्जेक्टिव भी डिफरेंट होगा एज पर डिफरेंट जॉब सर्कमस्टेंस. मैं आपको बार बार कह रही हूँ सेम नहीं आपने हर जगह भेजना है. ठीक है आपने इसको चेंज करना है. Then your qualification. Then your education, right? Your CGPS, if you have scored exceptional, well CGPS, mention that. Then your major courses, very important. Why? Because if you have studied some basics of, programming courses, so definitely mention that, ताकि उनको पता हो कि आपको ये चीजें आती हैं, खास तौर पे CS में, very important. Then co-op experience, if you have certain corporation experience, mention that. Other experiences, if you have been working somewhere else, or you have part-time work experience, you have been doing volunteer work, so mention all that experience, right? So this is one sample by which you can develop your CV. These are the things. So when you look at the resume for 10 seconds, what do you remember? In other words, what stands out, right? So what is very important when you are developing your resume is that it should have something that stands out, because when you are applying at certain job, वहाँ पे 1,000 2,000 CVs होंगी. आपके चाहिए, so you should have some, the format ऐसा होना चाहिए कि उनको लगे कि हाँ, it's a very professional way of developing a CV, or CV worth reading है. Does the resume look balanced and attractive, right? What information is included in each major sections? I've told you earlier. So you are including, if there is education, so you are including the education and your major courses plus your CGPS. Then your experience, what should you include in your experience? So that the experience that are very relevant to the organization in which you are applying, or the experience that is relevant to the job on which you are applying, वो experience आपने mention करना है. मैं आपको बार बार कह रही हूँ, आपकी CV change होगी as per different jobs are concerned. ठीक है, तो आपने अपने सीवी को चेंज करना है, उसके डिस्क्रिप्शन को चेंज करना है. हो सकता है आपकी किसी जॉब के डिस्क्रिप्शन में कुछ और मैच होता हो, और किसी और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन में आपका कोई और एक्सपीरियंस मैच होता हो सेम जॉब का, तो उसको आपने चेंज करना है. ठीक है, आपने वो लिखना जो ज्यादा रेलिवेंट है. How does maths work experience relate to his job objective? Then look at the computer programmer in an industrial environment. This is an objective. And if you look at his qualification, and it is also related to the computer programming, right? So it should have, be matched. ये ना हो कि आपकी job description, आपकी objective कुछ और कह रहा है, और आपकी जो qualification है और जो आपका experience है वो बिल्कुल different है. What impression does his earning some of his college expenses make? What kind of impression does his volunteer work make, right? So this kind of things that you are mentioning, your projects, your education, your volunteer work. So whatever you are mentioning in your CV, it is very, very important that it should have certain impression on the reader. ये नहीं है कि something is very relevant, उसको लिखने से कोई stand out चीज create नहीं हो रही और आप उसको लिख रहे हैं. नहीं, आपने वो चीज mention करनी, that should stand out, right? So what are you going to include in your resume? The resume, a summary of your skills and accomplishments, is your silent sales representative. So when you are writing a resume, you are selling yourself. Now you are a product. जिसने अपने आप को sell करना है. अगर आप अपने आप को अच्छा sell करोगे, then people are going to buy you. अगर आप अपने आप को अच्छा sell नहीं करोगे, आप presentable नहीं होगे, तो people are not going to buy you. It's simple. So it's a silent sales representation. So you would have your contact information in your resume, your name, your address, your telephone number, then your job objective, very important. A precise, clear statement about your specific area of expertise, right? So आपके जिसमें expertise है, कोई programming है, कोई specific area है that you have selected, उसको आपने mention करना as your job objective, and it should be related to the job description. जिस जॉब पे आप अप्लाई कर रहे हैं ना, उसकी डिस्क्रिप्शन से ये रिलेट होना चाहिए. Okay, so examples can be to use my intellectual abilities, quantitative knowledge, communication skills, and proven leadership ability creatively to further the organizational mission of a high integrity marketing research organization. Then employment history, very important. If you have done any paid or non-paid jobs, then if you have done any internship, be sure to give employment dates and briefly list important duties. Why? Because they should be knowing कि आप क्या काम कर रहे थे और वो काम वो होने चाहिए जो कि उनकी जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन से भी रिलेट करे. Then education, schools attended, degree completed, then relevant professional certifications. Yes, मतलब बहुत होती है कोई आप different software में कोई आपने किया है affiliation है कोई certification है. Then your special skills, then interest and activities, then references. So if they would ask for references, then you have to आप N के ऊपर CV के लिख देते हैं कि references will be furnished upon request or references will be provided on request. If they would be needing any references, they would ask you for that. Right? So when it comes to special skills, it can be fluency in foreign languages. जैसे Chinese language बहुत ज़्यादा popular हो गई थी recently. So you have any computer expertise, then interest and activities, only those that are related to your objective. Then the references, people who know your work, your capabilities, your character, who will vouch for you, include only a statement that references are available on request, right? So this is something that you are going to include in your CV, and this is the example for that, right? So then again, if you would look at this case, so what about the ethical values in terms of your resume? Recently, the city manager of a small town was fired because he listed a degree in city planning on his resume that he did not actually have. Right? So if you are writing something in your resume, in your CV, any skill, just to get the attraction, just to make it attractive, don't do that. Don't be unethical. Okay, write what you have. Do not write what you do not have. Being two classes short of a college degree, he decided that was as good as a degree, except that it was not. It was a lie. So never lie. Many people have skeletons in their closets, a court conviction, a substance abuse problem, और an unfinished degree. आपने अक्सर देखा होगा कि अगर आप कहीं अप्लाई करें ना तो वो पूछते हैं कोई कोर्ट कन्विक्शन आपके ऊपर, कोई अब्यूज का कोई इशू है, कोई और कभी आपको निकाल दिया हो कंट्री से, कोई ऐसी चीजें, क्रिमिनल रिकॉर्ड आपका, ठीक है? So if there is something like that, unfortunately you have to mention. It is true that on paper, someone with a conviction does not look as good as the person with a sterling record. Someone without the proper degree does not look as good as the person with the degree. However, the truth is better than any lie. So always tell a truth. Such bole, speak truth. If you are speaking truth, people are going to consider you. But if you are lying, if you are deceiving, okay, so you are not only deceiving at that point, लोग आपकी पूरी personality, आपके पूरी history को, आपके पूरी क्या कहते हैं, आपके पूरी presence को question mark हो जाता है ना कि आपकी हर चीज ही गलत है. So don't do that. However, the truth is better than any lie conceived to cover up the skeleton. If a person cannot be trusted to complete employment data honestly, then he or she is not a good risk for a company. The bottom line is this: falsifying employment data carries serious consequences. और दूसरी बात ये कि कभी अगर आपका डेटा पकड़ा जाए ना, क्योंकि जो कि फॉल्स डेटा है, सो आपको कहीं और भी जॉब नहीं मिलती, क्योंकि वो जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन होती है वो कहीं या तो वो न्यूज़पेपर में दे देती है कि इस बंदे के साथ ये मसला था, तो वो आपकी पूरी आगे फ्यूचर भी आपका खराब हो जाता है. So it leads to either immediate termination or prosecution. Some events in the distant past may have little bearing on the job hunt and need not be disclosed. कुछ ऐसे इवेंट्स होते हैं जो कि इतने इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं होते, मतलब अगर वो पता भी चल जाए तो उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, तो जस्ट इट्स फाइन, उसको ना मेंशन करें, इट्स ओके. However, if you are asked about something, then tell. कोई आपसे पूछ लेता है, लेट्स सपोज कि आपने 3 शादियां की हुई हैं, तो वो कोई बताने की जरूरत नहीं है. अगर हाँ कोई पूछता है कि अच्छा आपकी शादी हुई हुई है, ठीक है, देन ओके फाइन, डू नॉट लाई. सो इस तरह की चीजें हैं. So then what are the consequences for the city manager and the citizens of the town, right? So if you think critically, then there are जो city manager है जो कि hire कर रहा है उसको भी issue है, आप आपको मैंने जैसे कि अगर आई डोंट नो कि आपने मेरे वो CSR के देखे हैं कि नहीं देखे, कॉर्पोरेट सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, उसके ऊपर बहुत बड़ा क्वेश्चन मार्क हो जाता है, ठीक है, क्योंकि आप जब आप किसी को रिक्रूट कर रहे हो तो आजकल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन क्या कहती है, वो कहती है कि CSR कॉर्पोरेट सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आपने अपने रिक्रूटमेंट प्रोसेस में भी लेकर आनी है। आपके एम्प्लॉय को जो आप रिक्रूट करें, एवरीथिंग शुड बी एथिकली करेक्ट, ठीक है, तो वो हर चीज के अंदर नाउ CSR इज इन्वॉल्व। और हाँ, दूसरी चीज ये कि इफ यू आर सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, अगर आप वॉलंटरली सोसाइटी के लिए काम कर रहे हैं, उसका बहुत पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट है आपके सीवी पे, क्योंकि मैंने आपको बताया ना कि CSR कॉर्पोरेट सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी इज फेमस दीस डेज, हर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन यही चाहती है। तो इफ यू आर इन्वॉल्व इन सम सोशल वर्क, यू आर गोइंग टू गेट एज फॉर दैट, क्योंकि वो समझेंगे कि हाँ इसके अंदर ये चीज ऑलरेडी डेवलप्ड है, तो अगर हम इसको हायर करेंगे तो हमें बहुत फायदा हो जाएगा, राइट? सो दिस इज इट। Okay, are you clear up till now?
Yes.
Okay. So now moving towards the writing a cover letter. As I told you earlier, once when you are writing, when you are applying for a job, you are a product and you have to sell yourself. So cover letter is selling yourself, because cover letter में आपने सब कुछ लिखा होता है जो कि आपसे आपको तो ज्यादा डिस्क्राइब करते हैं आप अपने आप को, और अपने आप को ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए कितना ज्यादा आप सिग्निफिकेंट हैं, वो आप सीवी में नहीं बता सकते, क्योंकि सीवी ब्रीफ होती है, टू द पॉइंट होती है, बट यू कैन टेल इट इन योर कवर लेटर। सो कवर लेटर इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। So what are the elements that would be there in the cover letter? Number one, where and how you found out about the position, your reason for being interested in this company, why are you applying, your main skills and accomplishments, summary of a few key points, how you fit the requirements for the job, items of special interest about you that would relate to your potential for the job. And then at the end, closing, in which you are requesting for an interview. The letter should be one page or less. You should always include a resume with the letter. So it's a cover letter, that is a job letter in which you are selling yourself. Okay. So, and followed by you have to attach the resume with your cover letter. And these are the points. सबसे पहले आपने ये बताना है कि आपको पता कैसे चला इस position के बारे में. So that you read it in the newspaper or you were doing search on the internet and you came across with this position on this website. First of all, this sentence. Then second is your interest in the job. क्योंकि वो जॉब आपके आपकी प्रोग्रामिंग से रिलेटेड है या आप उसके लिए बेस्ट फिट है, इसलिए आप उसको कर रहे हैं, अप्लाई कर रहे हैं. थर्ड, आपकी स्किल्स और अकम्पलिशमेंट्स, आपकी एजुकेशन, आपकी क्वालिफिकेशन, आपके एक्सपीरियंसेस जो कि इस जॉब के साथ मैच करते हैं, ठीक है, वो दैट वुड लीड टू योर फिटनेस फॉर द जॉब. फिर आप बताएंगे किस तरह से आपका एक्सपीरियंस, आपकी क्वालिफिकेशन इस जॉब के साथ रिलेट करती है, इस जॉब के साथ मैच करती है. एंड देन यू वुड से कि हाउ यू वुड बी बेनिफिशियल फॉर द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एज वेल. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पैराग्राफ होता है कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एज अ होल आप कैसे बेनिफिट करेंगे, वो आपने जरूर मेंशन करना, ठीक है. एंड देन एट द एंड यू रिक्वेस्ट फॉर एन इंटरव्यू. तो ये सारी चीजें हैं जो कि आप कवर लेटर में इंक्लूड करते हैं, और कवर लेटर बहुत ही ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. क्यों? क्योंकि कवर लेटर में आप ज्यादा डिस्क्राइब करते हैं अपने बारे में और किस तरह से यू आर अ सिग्निफिकेंट contribution to this specific job and the organization in which you are applying. So when it comes to the introduction, there would be the name of the job and where you have seen it advertised. Then identify yourself and your background. Who are you? What is your background? Establish a connection by naming a mutual acquaintance who encouraged you to apply, but only if that person has given you permission. So if somebody has recommended you, so mention that person. क्यों? क्योंकि reference अगर आप positive impact आता है. Other than that, the main body would have, without merely repeating your resume, relate your qualification directly to this job. Resume में जो आपने mention किया उसको repeat ना करें ज़्यादातर, उसको उसमें से वो चीजें लें जो कि आपको job के साथ relate करती हैं. Job के लिए आप कैसे contribute कर सकते हैं. Then also be specific. Instead of referring to much experience or increased sales, stipulate 3 years of experience or a 35% increase in sales between June and October 2014. Support all claims with evidences. So if you are saying, if you're telling कि अच्छा मैंने फलानी जगह काम किया था और मैंने यहाँ तक उनकी सेल्स इंक्रीज कर दी थी, तो एविडेंस के साथ उसको सपोर्ट करें. गिव एग्जाम्पल्स, गिव एविडेंसेस, उनको बताएं कि किस तरह से आपने सारे काम किए, तो किस तरह से यू वुड बी beneficial for their organization and for the job. And instead of saying, I have leadership skills, say, I served as student senate president. So instead of saying कि आपके पास ये skill है, उनको बताएं कि वो skill आपके पास कहाँ से आई थी, क्योंकि आपने as a leader काम किया था ना, इसीलिए you have leadership skills. तो सिर्फ कहे मत कि आपने आपके पास ये skill है, उनको बताएं कि how do you have this skill developed in you. And then at the end, conclusion. Restate your interest and emphasize your willingness to retrain or relocate if necessary. If the job is nearby, request for an interview, ask for a phone call or an email, close with some action. कि आप you are looking forward for an interview. तो मैं आपको बार बार बता रही हूँ कि जब आप कवर लेटर की बात करते हैं तो what is very 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 important इसकी आप उनको बताएं कि कितने ज्यादा आप इम्पोर्टेंट है इस जॉब के लिए और कितना ज्यादा आपका एक्सपीरियंस जो है वो रिलेट करता है विद द जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन एंड हाउ यू कैन बी अ पॉजिटिव एडिशन टू द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के ओवरऑल गोल्स में. तो आपने वही एक्सपीरियंस उन्हीं स्किल्स को रिलेट करना है विद एग्जांपल्स जो कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, इसीलिए इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि यू रिसर्च अबाउट द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जहां पे आप अप्लाई करना चाहते हैं. इसीलिए मैं आपको कह रही हूँ कि आपका रिज्यूमे और आपका कवर लेटर कस्टमाइज्ड होता है. क्यों कस्टमाइज्ड होता है? क्योंकि आपने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के हिसाब से उसमें चीजें मेंशन करनी होती हैं और आपको ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का क्लियरली पता होना चाहिए कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के ओवरऑल गोल्स क्या है, उनको कैसा बंदा चाहिए, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का कल्चर क्या है और किस तरह की जॉब की रिक्वायरमेंट है. राइट? जितना ज्यादा फिट होगा बिटवीन job and your skills, utna zyada you have better chances to be selected. So then when it comes to job letters, always remember it's the ABC format: abstract, body and conclusion. Right? So apply for a specific job, refer to ad, mutual friend or other source of information. Again, I'm better repeating the same things. Briefly state how you can meet the main need of your potential employer. Then the body in which you are telling the understanding of the reader's main idea, such as you are mentioning your qualification, you are mentioning your experience, but do not repeat your resume. Okay? Only explain what you could not mention in the resume, and that is important. Avoid mentioning weak points or deficiencies. Keep body paragraphs to 6 or fewer lines. Always remember they are very busy. They don't have time to read a lot of sentences and very lengthy paragraphs. They want brief, specific sentences, brief paragraphs, so that they can go through it and they know what's been written in it. तो कम लिखना है आपने, short sentences use करने हैं. Keep body paragraphs to 6 or fewer lines. Use a bulleted number list if it helps draw attention to 3 or 4 main points. Maintain the you attitude throughout. ठीक है? तो you attitude, कि how you are important for them. What you have, it's fine. But what skills, what expertise you have is important to them. उस पे आपने फोकस करना है. उनके लिए आप कैसे इंपॉर्टेंट है? आपके पास सब कुछ है, फाइन. उनको आप क्या देंगे if they would be hiring you? उस पे आपने you attitude पे फोकस करना है, उनके ऊपर फोकस करना है, उनके पर्सपेक्टिव पे. ठीक है? अपनी तारीफें नहीं करते जानी. Tie the letter together with one main theme or selling point. Okay, why should they hire you? At the end, closing me, 1 or 2 sentences. Refer to your resume and then also find my resume in the attachment. Explain how a reader can contact you and then call to action. कि वो आपको कॉल कैसे कर सकते हैं, इंटरव्यू कैसे स्केड्यूल कर सकते हैं आपके साथ, ईमेल के थ्रू आपको कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं, व्हाटसोएवर. सो वो आपने उसके अंदर मेंशन करना है. तो ये आपने एबीसी फॉर्मेट फॉलो करना है when you are writing the cover letter. And this is the example. Right? So you have the letter format in which there is an address of the sender, then date, then address of the recipient, then a salutation, dear Miss Costanza. Then first paragraph in which you write and identify self and purpose. Second paragraph followed by establishing a connection with the job. Then a second paragraph, the body paragraph, in which you are mentioning the qualification from the resume, then how it is relevant to the personal interest to the job. Okay, how it is important to the job, how is it relevant to the job. Then expresses confidence and enthusiasm that you are very much motivated, and then at the end you write the closing, the follow-up. So let's read. Please consider my application for a junior management position at your Lake Geneva resort as advertised on April 19 on monster.com. So clearly mentioning of the location, where did you find the job. I will graduate from San Jose City College on May 30th with an Associate of Arts degree in Hotel and Restaurant Management. Dr. H. V. Gallet, my nutrition professor, described his experience as a consultant for Liberty International and encouraged me to apply. So, the reference, establish a connection. Who asked you to apply? This person, right? So, you are establishing the connection. Then the body. As you can see from my enclosed resume, for 2 years I worked as a part-time desk clerk and I was promoted to manager at a 200 unit resort. It means you were good. This experience combined with earlier customer relations work in a variety of situations has given me a clear and practical understanding of customer needs and expectations. So what that is relevant to the job. As an amateur chef, I am well aware of the effort, attention, and patience required to prepare fine food. Moreover, my skiing and sailing background might be assets to your resort's recreation program, right? So how you are significant to the organization. ठीक है आपने अपनी अपनी वर्थ बतानी है उनको कि आपका एक्सपीरियंस कितना ज्यादा रेलेवेंट है टू द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड द जॉब. I have worked hard to hone my hospitality management skills. My experience, education, and personality have prepared me to work well with others and to respond creatively to challenges, crises, and added responsibilities. If my background meets your needs, please phone my any weekday after 4 p.m. at this number or email at this. Sincerely, signature, right? So that's how you can write the cover letter followed by the resume. Okay, followed by this resume. Okay, so it's a cover letter and the resume. Okay, so then please consider this is another way via which you can develop the cover letter. Please consider my application for a junior management position at your Lake Geneva resort. I will graduate from San Jose City, same as you can see. So that's how clearly it is. It is short, it is clear, it is to the point, yet it is, explaining everything about the person, his skills, his job, and everything. So this is it. G class, are you clear up till now?
Yes.
Okay. So now moving towards the cover letter, do's and don'ts. So when you are writing the cover letter along with your CV and your letters of recommendation will determine whether a search committee will pursue your candidacy. As many as half the applicants for a particular job are rejected after the search committee looks at the cover letter. The committee members may conclude that the candidate is not qualified for the job or that the applicant's work is not engaging. In other words, it is crucial that your letter grab the committee's interest. So sometimes when you write the cover letter, you are not effective enough to attract the attention and they reject you. Why? Because you make big blunders. So now I would be mentioning what blunders can you make when you are writing the cover letter. First of all, do address the letter to a specific individual. It's not like dear team. No, you have to search to whom you are writing the letter. Always address that person. Do be concise. They don't have time. They cannot read lengthy descriptions, lengthy paragraphs. Make it visually appealing. Okay, write in bullets, write short sentences, and use good vocabulary to explain yourself well. So don't be too lengthy. Generally, 1 or 2 pages is sufficient. Don't use hyperbole. Be professional in tone, right? So if you are, be hyperbole, like you are giving informal justification, you are telling them something that is irrelevant, okay? You are being very childish when you're writing something. Don't do that, your tone should be professional. Professional tone is very important, okay? आपके words जो है ना वो बताते हैं कि आप क्या बात करना चाहते हैं या आपकी क्या पर्सनालिटी है या आपका माइंडसेट क्या होगा. So do not exaggerate anything and do not say something that you do not mean to say. Okay, so this is important. So consider this, how applicants are screened for personal qualities.
Consider this, how applicants are screened for personal qualities. In a survey of over 2,000 employees, two qualities, personality and communication skill, stood out as essential when making a new hire, but your resume and cover letter provide limited information about these areas. So employers need to use other methods in order to screen applicants for personal qualities. Screening often begins with a background check of education, employment history, and references. Be sure your resume is accurate. When when polled, 58% of employers indicated they had discovered lies on resumes. Increasingly, employers will also go online and check Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and other websites to get a better feel for the applicant's personality and fit. Note that in six states, it is illegal for employers to ask people for the passwords to their social media accounts. But still, with so much information freely available online, there is a lot that can be found without having direct site access. Beyond screening for background, employers sometimes use personality tests to pinpoint desirable qualities. These tests ask questions about how you might handle a difficult situation, your emotional stability, or whether you have a sense of humor. While such tests may provide insights to employers, have also come under scrutiny as being potentially discriminatory or as simply not providing information that is truly needed by the employer. In the end, employers see candidates who are well qualified and can get along with people. In other words, employers want a good fit with the company. What is taking precedence in the way companies recruit is our increasing emphasis on the cultural fit of new hires.
Exactly. And plus employers are very smart these days. Okay. They test you for your personal qualities. If you're saying you have emotional intelligence skill, so they are going to test you. They are going to give you a situation and ask you how are you going to behave. So when you would be telling them about how are you going to manage the situation, your ability would be clear to them if you are saying truth or not. Okay? So they are very smart. So that's how, because you should have the analytical and cognition skills and problem solving skills, and they're going to test you for that, right? And they're going to they scrutinize your CV, your resume. It's not like you have written something and they are agreeing. Okay, so you should be effective enough. Your cover letter, your resume should be attractive enough to to get you to the interview table. But once you are on interview table, then it is your personal qualities. So it's very important to shape up your personal qualities, what you have.